Hi, here I have HP 17-inch laptop. As you can see that the hinge broke off, separating the back cover, and you can see that the screw is still attached to that broken piece. So they make this computer here pretty fragile, and let me move things away. So that is the back cover that covers up the computer in the back. And then here comes the internal part of it, the motherboard, the keyboard, the CPU fan and all that. And that is the keyboard here underneath. All right, so I just kind of going to view this thing here, kind of talk about it, and then I'm going to put them back together with the replacement keyboard and the back cover. So that is the Wi-Fi card. So obviously you can see that the plastic is really fragile, meaning that the weight on the screen, this is a 17-inch, keep that in mind. So it can be quite heavy. Okay, I think at least maybe a pound or less. Anyway, what happened is that over time, that little hinge right here, that screw, the lubrication worn out, right? So it's no longer flexing enough. So the tension builds at the point where it kind of gives a pressure to hard to open and to close it, especially to open it. All right, so when that thing happens, what happened is that that plastic here would just break off. Okay, and the thing is just gonna get stuck right there. So I'm gonna do a replacement for this, meaning that I need to change out the keyboard, because although this is a completely working keyboard, just the plastic itself need to be replaced, but then they built it as one full assembly. And the DC jack just fell off. Okay, so let's get started. I have a replacement here. That should how it looks like, and that is broken. Okay, I'm going to transfer you back to this side here. Okay, I'm going to transfer the speaker. So the speaker is just pretty much adhesive onto it. There's no screw or anything that's holding it down. Transfer back here. Just curious to look. That is the tape. That double-sided tape is right there. Okay, just gonna push it in. Fix that cable line. Push it back in. That should be it. All right, so let's work on the next part, which is the hard drive. We're gonna take out the hard drive. Okay, but before I do that, I need to remove the USB here, the USB I/O board, the controller. I'm gonna remove that. Remove this cable. So again, if you have this problem like I do, all you have to do is just be very careful when you open and close the screen. And if you happen to break it, just have to replace the entire keyboard assembly. What I'm going to do is I'll list it down in the description below, where it will direct you to either Amazon or eBay to find a replacement for this. I got mine through eBay, so you might want to check out eBay just for this. Okay, transferring that optical drive here. There's the keyboard. I'm gonna stick this one back a little bit and slide my hard drive. Hard drive is going back in. like so. And we do have the clicker, the trackpad. So the trackpad has a clicker. You need to make sure to transfer this guy. Okay. So that's for the clicker. That's pretty much it. And do not forget that we need to transfer this cable as well, which is the sensor on the trackpad. So we're going to make sure that the connector is open. Once the connector is open, and slide that flex cable back in. All right, that's pretty much it. That is the broken one. Well, unfortunately, it's not broken except that, but the keyboard was good. Okay, once that is installed, and making sure that the Wi-Fi cable and the LCD screen cable is sitting above. To remove this, we have to have a set of a plier. Let the plier holding, crimping it down that little broken piece right there, and then turn it to remove that. Okay, save the screw. We need the screw to put it back together, so save that. And again, one thing, if your screen, the hinge here is too tight, okay, if it's not opening and close that easily, what you want to do is you can turn this little nut to loosen a little bit. It's only going to take a slight turn. Once you turn a little bit and feel the hinge, if it's strong enough to hold the screen, at the same time it's not too strong to break things. So you need to give yourself a little gauge and play with it, how much of a strength that you need to adjust to get that perfect weight and ratio when you open and close the screen. Just an eyeball, I would think what you want to do is, as long as you can use your finger to open and close, I think that should be right about good. Okay, and if it's too loose, what happens is that when you tilt the screen at about 45-degree angle, the screen is too heavy and will start leaning backward on itself, which you do not want that to happen. So you kind of need to adjust it to a point that it's going to be perfect for you. All right, so I'm going to close it down. So kind of need to angle position, making sure that it is in the right side. Lift this thing up slightly a little bit. Okay, looks good on this side, looks good on that. Push it down. So you want to see that the two little plastic here is sitting on top that little two holes, meaning making sure that they are in that position. And here comes the two screw going back in. Okay, once I'm done with that, the next part is I'll be installing my motherboard. making sure all that flex cable are sitting above the motherboard, because this way it's supposed to be. Okay, I kind of forgot how to do this, but I just remember that when I remove the motherboard, there's this one piece right here, which is this cable supposed to connect in the back of it. It says USB board, USB BD. Thanks for maybe a board, and that cable supposed to go in the back of the motherboard. So let's connect that together. Okay, connect, close it down, and what happened is that it tilts back like that while holding that thing. So it's kind of weird design. Again, there's nothing special about HP. There's always weird stuff happening. So let's put this here. Okay, so I have that cable installed in the back of the motherboard, right? And now we can go ahead and put things back together. So that thing here, the plastic, should go there. And this little U thing, I'm not sure where you're supposed to go. But let's just fix this first. I know you're supposed to go right there in the middle. And here comes 4 screws, and that 4 screws, I believe, is to hold down the motherboard. I have one here on the top right corner. One here. One here. Maybe it's one here. Okay, the DC jack. That little dot and all these little gold dots, right? There's no gold dots here. Let's gold dot here on the top. That's supposed to be facing up, and slide it in. Okay, that's for the DC jack. Push it all the way in, you're good. That is the LCD screen. Open the connector, the clipper, you're good. Click it down. Here comes the speaker. The speaker here, that little silver dots here, supposed to face down. And the connector has no dots, supposed to be facing up. Okay, you're good. All right, let's connect this little clicker. This touchpad sensor. What is this? Motherboard for your hard drive. CD-ROM. And backlighting. And your keyboard. I believe this little screw is supposed to go here. Okay, that is all done. What I have here is the CPU fan. 2 screws, right? Got it. connector, the silver dot's gonna face upwards. It doesn't seem to want to go all the way in. I wonder why. That's the best I could push it in. Oh, we'll find out. Wi-Fi card. So here is where you want to do some little wiring going around the speaker, underneath the speaker, on top of the speaker, bottom of the speaker, above the CPU fan, down the CPU fan, turn around, and clip it right in. Okay. That's that. Here comes the battery. Okay, here comes the cover. But before I do that, do I need to fix this first? Let's see. Oh, please do not tell me that I have to fix this before I close that thing. If not, I need to open up the entire motherboard. Oh my god, that would be a pain. Maybe this way? Okay. Alright. Not too bad, not too bad. So the flat side goes here. I'm not sure if you guys can see, the flat side goes there. The curved side would have to be inside. So the flat is out, the curve is inside. All right, not too bad, not too bad. We're almost there. Let's put this back together. Crunch it down. Okay, there's one screw here. Oh, before I put that, there are two flat screws, which is on the side of the optical drive. Which is on this side. Okay, once you have the two screws in, slide that CD-ROM back together and have the screw go in. So there are 4 screws here on the top. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to install them first, and then going to try my screen, making sure the screen can go up and down and it doesn't fall off on its own. Because I did loosen up the hinge earlier, I was telling you that that little nut thing that you need to loosen it up, I did it on this computer here, so prevent it from breaking again the next time. Okay, so let me try and see if it opens and closes without any problem. Yep, the screen holds it. See, I can do it like this way. It's still holding it, but it's kind of soft to open and close. It doesn't have that heavy tension on the hinge. Great, love it, liking it. And I'm gonna finish it up with all the screws here. Anyway, and if you do find this video is helpful, please go ahead and like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions. I do read your comments. And if you find this video is helpful and you want to show appreciation, please go ahead and click on the super thanks. Super thanks allow you to show your gratitude, and you can, or PayPal. I do have PayPal. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care and bye now. Where's my stop button? Okay, bye.